check, 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 check. Welcome. Check, check, 1, 2. Check, welcome. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Welcome. Welcome to NCTV and the NSC's presentation of Whalers Girls Athletics. We are live here from John J. O'Neill Gymnasium on the campus of Nantucket High School for your Nantucket Whalers as they welcome for the first time the Sharks from Monomoy. That's right, even though they're both in the Cape and Islands League, this is the first time that the Sharks from Monomoy High School are making the trip across Nantucket Sound over here to our Fair Isle. I am Charles Douglas, station manager for NCTV, filling in for, well, everybody. That's right, we've got a special recruit, Alice from the JV team. She is bringing you the visuals today. Want to thank her. Want to thank Coach Michaela Lyons for the last-minute recruiting help. And we're about to get underway with the first service. No time like the present for Whalers Volleyball here on your Nantucket Sports Connection. We'll thank some sponsors and acknowledge all the wonderful folks who make this broadcast possible as we go forward. But with no further ado, let's get going with our first serve. Want to thank coaches Lindsay Hooper and Serena Mariziola from Monomoy High School for bringing their crew over here. Monomoy is a crew with, looks like about 5 graduating seniors on their squad. Well, maybe make that an even half dozen. But it is your Nantucket Whalers with the first serve. Co-captain Julie Pires, the junior outside, with our first service here this afternoon. We're still endeavoring to find a school firewall compliant scoreboard system. Our previous scoreboard system was out of Italy, and despite the fact that Italy is, NATO ally since World War II and all that good stuff, they are verboten on the school system along with all websites outside the United States. So we're just going to have to make do with a radio-style auditory scoreboard for today's contest. Again, the first time these two teams are facing off. Here we go. And Nantucket hits out. The first point goes to Monomoy here in the first set. And ace on that service. Ace for the Sharks. 2-0 here in the first set. That's number 12, Ella Cutter, freshman. Serving it up for the Sharks. Nantucket responds. And Sharks into the net. First point for Nantucket, 2-1. Number 28, the junior Bessie Aguiar, now back to serve. Sharks struggle to respond, and point for Nantucket, all tied up at 2 here in set number 1. It's going to be a busy week for Whalers Athletics. We're going to tell you about it as we go forward. We got another volleyball game and senior recognition coming up from right here at John J. O'Neill on Wednesday. Sharks struggle to respond again. 3-2 Whalers take the first lead of the game here in the first set. Thank you, Frank Schott, for playing Master Control, making sure we're live on NCTV HD Channel 1072, live on the NSC YouTube as well. Just look us up, Nantucket Sports Connection. Three straight points now for Nantucket. A good service so far from number 28, the junior Aguiar, the defensive setter. Hits number 1, 2, 3, and not over the net for the Sharks. Point number 5 on this rally for the Whalers. Again, thank you, Frank Schott, for playing Master Control, making sure we're live on TV. Point number 6. Whalers are looking hot here in this first set, looking for their first home win of the season. They did win on the road against Rising Tide. We'll be playing Rising Tide at home here in just 48 hours. Point again for the Whalers. Shark hit it real high and did not land on the proper side of the net. Still Aguiar on the serve. Whalers with one more hit to get it over. They manage it, but looks like somebody managed to touch the net. That's the right call. What was the call on that? We'll get a clarification later from the refs. Well, 7-3 now here in the first set. Monomoy looking to strike back. Number 16, Maddie Gray, the freshman. Freshman up to serve so far for the Sharks, but it worked that time. Point to Monomoy. Nantucket tries to block at the net. No such luck. Sharks try to bury one in response. Hits the roof. Ooh, and that threw Nantucket's game off. Point to the Sharks. A little rally of their own going down. Now only behind by 2. 7-5 Nantucket here in the first set. You hear me hit the cough button a few times. Just getting over a little flu that had me flattened out last week. Thanks to my colleagues for covering for me for that awesome soccer game last Saturday. You might have seen right here at the NSC and NCTV. And Nantucket caught the ball because they were correct. Coaches Hooper and Mariziola not too happy about that by Monomoy, but refs have confirmed the call. It is Nantucket ball. Dive for it, number 13. Ooh, she hit it a second time. No love there. A for efforts by Julie Pyers, the co-captain for Nantucket, but that is a point for the Sharks. 8-6 now, Whalers, first set. Say hello to Mr. Creed from the Nantucket Current in the backdrop there. Whalers manage to respond. And put it on the ground. Only 1 point now. Only 1 point down now. Monomoy striking back. Back to serve now, number 28, Kinsey Lister, the sophomore for Monomoy. The attempt at the response from the Whalers falling a bit short and under the net instead of over. So tied at 8 now, first set. Whalers respond. Attempted a strike there from number 3, the junior Rory Shortest for Monomoy, but Nantucket was there at the net to block. And now the co-captain, the one graduating senior for Nantucket, Mariana Silva, on the serve. Pardon me. Rory had better luck that time. The junior for Monomoy finds the empty spot in the middle of the Whaler squad there. Now tied at 9 here in the first set. Up to serve, Jane Pillsbury, number 6, the junior. One, two, and hit number 3. The Whalers get it right back over. Again, number 3, trying to find the weak spot for the Whalers and managing to do so. Sandwich back in the lead, 10-9, and first timeout called by Coach Michaela Lyons. We'll take a timeout as well. Thanks for tuning in. You're watching live Whalers Volleyball.
Nantucket Ice is about community, camaraderie, confidence, jumping in, and being part of a team. Falling, but getting back up.
And way under control. Quick shot.
It's about being part of the culture, friendships, experience. But ultimately, it's about being on the ice. Located in the heart of the island, it's about being a future for our youth, our families, our community. Come join us. Be a part of our community.
And welcome back to live volleyball action here at John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. 10-9 Monomoy in the first set. Apologies, still trying to get the flu from last week out of my system. Nice little rally going here. And looks like Whalers managed to touch the net. 11-9 now. Biggest lead of the game. Just about. Yeah, I think so. That's the biggest lead of the game for the Sharks. They were only ahead 2-1 early on. Continuing on service, Jane Pillsbury, the junior for the Sharks. Whalers managed to respond, just barely get over the net. Whalers thought that one might be out. They misjudged just inside the line. 12-9 Sharks here in the first set. Monomoy coach still trying to make some adjustments here. Whalers block at the net. Nicely done. Cut the lead to 1. 12-11 Sharks now here in the first set. Number 1, Quinn Canty coming in now for the Whalers. Bessie Aguiar taking a seat. And Sandwich takes a step too far. Whalers ball now. Victoria Boschkova, the junior co-captain, back to serve. And a great job she does. Another tie ball game. Even dozen apiece. First set. As the Whalers, for the first time, welcome the Sharks to the island for girls volleyball. Oh, Whalers looked like they had that one. A diving reply by the Sharks, but Whalers managed to touch the net. Sharks back in command, 13-12. Number 3, Rory Shortus back to serve, the junior. Stepping in now is Madison Mafuz for the first time today for the Sharks. Rory Shortus will take a seat. Whalers ball, 14-12. And Penelope Hamill, the junior right-sider, serving for the first time for your Whalers. Sharks reply, but way past the back line. Point for your Whalers. Scoreboard now showing 14-13. I'm not sure if the point got assessed to the right team that time. I'll wait a correction. Still Whalers serve, and serves it right into the net. So scoreboard now showing 14-all. I'm just going to stick with that until I hear otherwise. Penelope Hamill taking a seat. Maya Aguiar, the junior setter, now in for the Whalers. Big serve from Amalia De Castro, the senior for the Sharks, and they win that point. Take the lead again, 15-14. Winning shot there by Maddie Gray, the freshman. And Amalia back to serve again. Sandwich, or rather Monomoy. I was here for the Sandwich game earlier this month. Monomoy finds that sweet spot right inside the back line once more. 16-14 now, Sharks over the Whalers here in your first set. A little miscommunication on the Whalers team there. They got up once, up twice, and I don't think Bessie Aguiar saw the cue there for her to spike. So 17-14, Monomoy in the lead, first set. Whalers respond this time. Monomoy manages not to hit the rafters this time. They do hit it way in the back and over the line this time. And number 13, Julie Pyers back to serve once more, the co-captain for the Whalers. Down by 2 here in set number 1. And the Sharks knock it into the net. Whalers now down by 1. Again, this is the first of 4 Whalers games. Count them, 4 Whalers games we're bringing you this week alone here in the NSC. But we're only able to do that thanks to your support. I'll tell you all about it in a minute. Kinsey Lister, number 28 for the Sharks, thought she had it, but knocks it quite the opposite direction towards the backboard. Whalers have tied it up at 17 here in set number 1. Julie skips the net but gets it over, and the Sharks can't quite respond. Whalers take the lead again. 18-17 here in the first set. Again, thanks to Alice from the JV team for making it happen here for us on the visuals. I am Charles Douglas on the call. We're going to keep it, we'll give you a little promo of the Shorts Festival coming up next month right here on NCTV. Check it out.
Ideas are these teeny tiny seeds that are planted in the subconscious of our minds. They come from everywhere, right? They come from books and songs and dreams, conversation. Maybe some seeds have been with you since you were a child and they've been waiting to be watered, right? To be grown to the light. And over the 15 years that I've worked in the television and motion picture industry, one mantra has stayed with me since the beginning. And that is that to photograph means to print light, right? And it's a process to print light. Filmmaking is a process. So let's just talk about that for like a minute.
And welcome back. That's right, Nantucket Shorts Festival coming up Saturday, October 11th. Tickets on sale at the Dreamland. Thanks to Steph, Sarah, and everybody who made the Shorts Fest possible this year. 18-17 Whalers in the first set. Looks like they touched the net again. Oh, gotta clean up that kind of play if the Whalers are going to stick with us here. 18-all here. First set. Back to serve number 12, Ella Cutter, freshman, or rather senior for Monomoy. How you doing?
Great. How are you?
Fighting back the flu. Whew. Your announcer needs a water. I'm going to stick with this. Bessie Aguiar back to serve. Maddie Gray finds that same sweet spot the Sharks have been hitting all set. Right in the center, just inside the back line. Whalers are going to have to make some adjustments here. Tied now at 19 here in the first set. Maddie Gray, the freshman, back to serve for Monomoy. Whalers respond. Don't unplug me. And point to the Sharks. 20-19 here in the first set. Whalers find the sweet spot that time. Diving for it, number 16, Maddie Gray, hit it well out of play. Score is 20-20 here in set number 1. Emma Coelho, the sophomore setter, now back to serve. And that serve is no bueno. Point to the Sharks, 21-20 now. And back to serve is Kinsey Lister. Whalers respond. And nice block at the net. I think that was number 6, Victoria Boschkova, the co-captain, on that play. The other co-captain, Mariana Silva, the senior outside, now up to serve. Ace by the Whalers, and they take the lead 22-21. Must get to 25 to win this set and still be ahead by 2. Another ace, 2 in a row for the Whalers. That's what they're going to need for victory today. And set point for the Whalers. 3 serves that the Sharks have been unable to answer. Exciting stuff here at John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. First time the Whalers welcome the Monomoy Sharks on the volleyball court. Another great serve. Sharks trying to reply. They get it over. Can the Whalers? Oh! Diving for it, number 7, Coelho. Can't quite get to it. Sharks now with a chance, down by 2 here in the first set. Serve right in the middle of the Whalers. They get it over. And finds the sweet spot just inside the right-hand line. From their perspective, the nearby line from ours. And 23 Sharks, 24 Whalers, set number 1. Back to serve again, Jane Pillsbury, the junior. And defeated at the net. Sharks tie it at 24. We're going into extra points on this set. After 2 straight set points are defeated. Timeout Whalers. We're going to take a break. Thanks some sponsors who make this possible. You're watching Whalers Athletics on the NSC and NCTV.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
And as you just saw on that sponsor reel, I want to thank for the first time Wicked Island. That's right, Heather from Wicked Island Bakery, longtime supporter of Whalers Athletics. Welcome on board to the Nantucket Sports Connection family, Heather and all the gals over there at Wicked Island. 24-all here in the first set. Your Whalers trying to respond and can't quite make it happen. Set point now, number 1 for the Sharks here at John J. O'Neill. Some great serves from Jane Pillsbury, the junior. Let's see if she can keep it up. 25-24 Sandwich, or rather Monomoy here in the first set. Keep getting flashbacks to that first game of the season. Nantucket gets it over that time. And set goes to, well, got an injury out here. Get that off screen just for a second. And she's getting limping off court. Round of applause from both teams for that Whaler. But confirmed, that is set number 1 for your Monomoy Sharks here in their first visit against the Nantucket Whalers. But guess what? It takes 3 sets to win. 3 sets to win here from John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. We'll be right back with more action in set number 2. You're watching the Whalers versus the Sharks here on the NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs. In 1965, a group of dedicated Nantucket parents came together with one goal: to raise enough money to develop game film for the football team. The following season, the Whalers went undefeated. These parents became the very first class of the Nantucket Booster Club. Over time, Whaler pride has grown into something far more than just wins and losses on the scoreboard.
Once a Whaler, always a Whaler! 1, 2, 3, Whalers!
Una vez un Whaler, siempre un Whaler! Vamos!
What binds us is Whaler pride. It has shaped our island and student athletes for generations.
Whaler pride isn't just a tradition, it's an identity. A legacy for families who choose to plant their roots here in this community all year round. It can bring generations of island families together, and for wash ashore children, it can transform an unfamiliar place into a new home. The Nantucket Booster Club is a vital link between our community and Whalers Athletics. It helps provide our teams with gear, additional travel expenses, and much more.
Volunteering for the Booster Club, it's a blast. From the homecoming to the pig roast, and most importantly, Hank, our school mascot. We're here to create a fun and welcoming atmosphere. More than money, we need members. And part of this club, you are a member, not just a volunteer. We need to build our community bigger and better to help our student athletes prepare for the next chapter in their life.
Support our kids and Whaler Pride by volunteering for the Booster Club. To learn more, please email the address on the screen.
And we're back for set number 2. Sharks versus Whalers here from John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. Again, I am Charles Douglas, station manager at NCTV, filling in for everybody else who is not here today. I am just getting over a flu, so if I sound a little congested, that's why. Already making the ladies at the score table laugh when I'm blowing my nose here, but that's okay. Want to thank Alice filling in on our camera. Alice on the JV team, our last-minute recruit, bringing you all the visuals today from your live broadcast here at Nantucket High School. The Sharks, again, are visiting, at least here in the volleyball court, this squad for the very first time, even though both these teams are longtime members of the Cape and Islands League. Nantucket looking for their first win here at home, although they did defeat Rising Tide on the road. Rising Tide will be back here for their second and final regular season matchup. That'll be this Wednesday. Same bad time, same bad channel. And DC Collins, instead of me, aren't you grateful, will be on the call for that. Sharks serve it in for set number 2 and score the first point right away. So 1-0 Sharks, 1-0 the set count here in our contest today. And that's number 12, Ella Cutter, the freshman, on her second serve of this second set. Whalers struggle once again to respond there. Two 2-0 Sharks. Line judge going to rule that out of bounds. So 3 points right out of the gate here for Monomoy. Make that 4. Whalers have got to improve the coordination there. Number 13 diving for it. Julie Pyers not quite able to make that connection. So Ella Cutter here to serve it up her 5th straight, possibly. And that's 5th straight point here for Monomoy. Sharks looking to run away with this one. They came into this with a 2-4 record, but those last 2 games are 2 victories, so they are on a winning streak. Nantucket finally able to break that up. The Sharks' victories there are coming against Rising Tide and Sturgis East over there across the pond. So 5-1, Whalers looking to dig out of the hole here in the second set. Co-captain Julie Pyers back to serve. Sharks Well, house rules work both ways. They managed to hit the rafters and throw that ball out of kilter. 2-5 now, Whalers, here in the second set. Nice serve there by Julie. Sharks into the net. 3 straight points now by the Whalers. Again, it's first of 4 games in 1 week here for us on the Nantucket Sports Connection. Going to tell you all about it here momentarily. Julie's got a sweet spot there for the serve. Whalers get it right back over. Nice dive by number 7, Coelho, for the Whalers. Whew. And number 1, Quinn Canty, hits it right inside the back line. Whalers looking to tie it up now here in set number 2. They're down 1-0. Nice rally going here for both teams. Canty gets it back over. Ooh. Nicely placed by number 3, Rory Shortis, for the Sharks. And they manage to regain possession. Now up by 2, 6-4 here in the second set. Again, you're watching Whalers Girls Volleyball right here on NCTV and your Nantucket Sports Connection. Canty put it in a crowd, and the Sharks were unable to respond. Whalers now down by 1. Quinn Canty takes a seat, and Bessie Aguiar, the junior, coming in and now taking the service line. The junior looking to tie things up here in set number 2. And powerful serve that the Sharks could not reply to. That was put right in the solar plexus of the junior, Jane Pillsbury, and she kind of flopped it backwards. So all tied at 6 here in set number 2. Aguiar back to serve. And the Sharks a little too strong there on the reply. And Whalers have the first lead of the set. 7-6 now. Whalers need to take this set and a couple more to pull it out here on Monday afternoon. Not going to do it that way. Service is well low and wide to the right. So tied at 7 now. Number 3 for the Sharks back to serve. I'm going to call that Rory Shortis. And I'd be correct, the junior. Ooh. Unfortunate. Aguiar dove for it and connected, but went into the net, and Coelho really unable to save that one. So Sharks back in the lead, 8-7. And again, they put it in the middle of the Whalers, and another diving attempt, unable to connect cleanly for Nantucket. Shortis serve again, and again finds an empty spot, an ace for Shortis. Coach Michaela Lyons for the Whalers has seen enough. Taking a timeout. Well, is that a timeout or not? Is that a timeout or not? Well, the refs aren't letting them have a timeout here. I don't know what's going on. Well, number 16 takes a seat for the Whalers. Michaela Sturgis either way. Mariana Silver hit it up for the Whalers. It would have been good positioning, but needed just a bit more English on that ball. It wasn't high enough for another Whaler to get in position for the second setting of that shot. Whalers do a better job that time. Down 11-7 here in the second set. Sharks scrambling, but they do reply. Whalers set it up for success that time. Way in the back corner, but Sharks managed to reply. Diving. Great rally here by both teams. And Sharks stick with it, up by 5. 12-7, set number 2. Rory Shortis continuing to serve for Monomoy. Whalers find the gap in coverage there. Now down by 4 in the second set. Meyer Aguiar will be taking a seat. And Penelope Hamill back in for the Whalers. And Michaela, the sophomore, now back to serve. Nicely up and over. And Sandwich hits it into the net, tries to reply, but no love there. Whalers cut the deficit 2-3, 12-9, second set. Oof. Rough serve into the net that time. Monomoy ball once again. Jane Pillsbury back to serve for the Sharks. I want to say that was 4 hits, but it's not enough for me to count them, I guess. And refs called that point fraction against the Whalers. Coach Lyons isn't having none of it, so we're going to have a little conference at the net between the line judge and the ref. I see it 2 thumbs up. I don't know what that means. I guess they're going to call that, is that a replay for Sandwich? I'm not quite sure. Anyway, 13-9. Sandwich, Monomoy rather, pardon my French. Monomoy Sharks there trying to score a field goal on that serve. That's not going to work. So Whalers now down by 3, regain possession. Mariana Silva back on the service line. Monomoy gets it over despite whacking the net. Whalers managed to reply. Nice strike by the Sharks. But just a bit over the back line. Deficit is now 2 here in set number 2. Whalers trying to fight back. Down 1 set. Their team takes a spill in front of the scoring table, but gets it back over. Sharks trying to reply. And Whalers fight for it at the net. Great job by Penelope Hamill winning that encounter. Whalers now down by 1 here in the second set. Welcoming the Monomoy Sharks to our Fair Island for the first time ever on the volleyball court. Nice, low, powerful serve just over the net. Sharks managed to reply. And Whalers hit it out of bounds, tied up. Lucky number 13 here in set number 2. Sharks might have hit a outbound ball there, but everything's still in play. Oh, the back corner trips up Monomoy though. And Whalers take the lead in this set, 14-13. Timeout by Monomoy. Head coach Lindsay Hooper has seen enough. We'll take a timeout right here. You're watching Whalers volleyball action, Monomoy versus Nantucket on the NSC and NCTV. We'll be right back.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
And welcome back here to John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. Whalers up by 1, but down by 1 set. Here in set number 2. Silva back to serve. Finds the sweet spot. Whalers up by 2 in set number 2. Whalers need to win this set and 2 more to walk away with their first home victory of the season. And just a bit outside the right-hand line. Side out to Sandwich. And back to serve is the sophomore, Kinsey Lister, number 28. And her serve is outside the left-hand line, or the near-hand line, according to the score table and our TV screen. So Whalers back in possession, 16-13, set number 2. Co-captain Victoria Bajkova, the junior, back to serve. Ace for Bajkova, 17-13. Whalers up by 4, their largest lead of the set. Number 2, Marin Boutin coming in for the Monomoy Sharks. Sharks still trying to hit a field goal there instead of keeping it inside the line. So Whalers now up by 5, in command of set number 2. Long as Bajkova can keep these serves in, Whalers got a good chance of walking away. Another great example of that keen service instinct by the co-captain for the Whalers. Up by 5 now here in set number 2. No jinx, Vicky. Just need 6 more of those to win. Sharks managed to reply that time. Oh! But excellent work by number 1 there at the net. Just basically puts it right in the empty spot of the Sharks coverage. They really had no chance. 20-14 now, set number 2. Whalers looking to tie this one up at 1 set apiece. Sharks still cannot reply. 21-14, football score for the Whalers. Oh, broadcaster jinx, sorry about that, Vicky. 15-21 now. Side out to the Sharks. Monomoy down by 6. Number 3, Rory Shortness coming back in. Marin Boutin taking a seat after a short time in for Monomoy. And number 16, the freshman Maddie Gray back at the service line for Monomoy. Whalers reply. Sharks have 2 players at once trying to hit it there. That's not going to do any good. And Whalers get it right back, up by 7. Just need 3 more points to take this set. 22-15 here in set number 2. Again, sorry about the scoreboard, but our scoreboard's made in Italy. No good. Has to be HON Estados Unidos these days to clear the firewall of the school. Whalers get it nice over the net. Canty there, making it real tough for Monomoy. Ooh. Sharks look like they hit it inside the coverage there, and we thought that we were going to say the Sharks hit the net, but apparently that was the Whalers. So 16-22 now. Penelope Hamill takes a seat. Maya Aguiar, the junior, in for the Whalers, but it's the Sharks back to serve. Down by 6. Oh, great block at the net by Quinn Canty, the sophomore. She's got more height than anyone on either team, despite only being an underclassman. Number 13 now, co-captain Julie Pyers back to serve. And that serve is just over the far line. Side out back to Sandwich. But Nantucket keeps creeping closer now to that magic number 25. Sharks down by 6, 17-23 here in set number 2. Whalers JV team making some noise. Whalers apply cleanly. And first set point of set number 2 for the Whalers coming up here. Quinn Canty takes a seat. Bessie Aguiar, the junior, coming in and coming to the service line. Looking for set point. Ooh, that first set point right into the net. 18-24 now. Set point number 2, but this time it'll be the Monomoy Sharks at the service line. And the junior Rory Shortus, number 3, looking to keep things alive here for the Sharks. And into the net, and that's it. 25-18, and set number 2. Your Nantucket Whalers have tied it at 1 set apiece here from John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. We'll be right back with your third set. Thank you, Alice, bringing you all the visuals from the JV team. We'll be right back here live on NCTV and the NCTV, your Nantucket Whalers, looking to battle back.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs.
Whenever NCTV covers one of our games, I think it's awesome.
We have been able to capture so much incredible athletic history. It feels like we've been a part of it as much as the kids have been.
A lot of people have prior obligations, maybe they can't make the event, and they still get to watch it and watch a great broadcast, see their kid playing.
It's nice for the parents, grandparents, and family that can't come or are not on the island to be able to see it.
It's coming, we're there, we're ready for it.
And welcome back. You're live here on NCTV and the NSC. Whalers versus Sharks, set number 3 coming right up. But as you saw, we're in the final days, the final 48 hours of our Snap Raise fundraiser. We're looking for your help, Whalers Nation. We want to thank our donors who have been swinging into action just in the last 24 hours. I want to thank Donna Jean Morris, chipping in $100, William Tornovish with $250, Adrian Lombardi with $250, Madrine Jenkinson with $100, Jana Duarte with $100, and Charles Douglas, who's that guy, with $100 as well. So Snap Raise, we are looking for individual donations. This is different than sponsorships. Sponsorships, underwriting, that's a promoted business organization, and we love them. We couldn't be here without them. We'll talk about them later too. But this is for individuals, people who don't own a business, who aren't leading a nonprofit or in a position to have a business be a sponsor. We need the sponsors. Don't get me wrong, folks, but we're looking to diversify our basis of fundraising in the community in order to bring you more sports. We've expanded to girls soccer for the very first time. We want to expand to more sports. Get some boys soccer, get some girls field hockey on there, but we need your help. Go to Act Sports Connection on Instagram, click that Snap Raise link. Until the end of tomorrow, we're looking for your individual donations to make Nantucket Sports Connection coverage possible to more teams, more of these excellent student athletes, making it all happen on the Nantucket Sports Connection, but we need your support. We need that funding. We got to repair this equipment. We spent thousands of dollars this summer to repair the cameras that we rely on to bring you this coverage, and we're looking to add more cameras, more instant replay equipment, all that fun stuff to make what we do possible. So any amount, $5, whatever it is, really helps us out. Thank you from bottom of my part and from all of us at the Nantucket Sports Connection for making this possible. Here we go, third set from John J. O'Neill. And number 12 with a canny play. That's the freshman Ella Cutter, puts it right into the gap in Whaler coverage and gets it into sandwich possession right here, 1-0 in the third set, tied at 1 set. And number 12, Ella Cutter back to serve. And does quite well with that serve, I might add. 2-0 Sharks out to an early lead here in set number 3. Again, Monomoy, it's a first visit to the island with this squad. A pretty regular visitor for some of our other teams like football, although not this year. We saw Monomoy last 2 years ago on the island for the Pigskin. We also see Monomoy for, hockey. I think they have a joint squad with Mashpee. We also see them for lacrosse, if I'm not mistaken, as well. Whalers looking to warm back up and do so. Once again, Quinn Canty towering over the rest of the field out here on the John J. O'Neill Gymnasium court. O'Neill, of course, before my time here on the island, but he was a superintendent of Nantucket Public Schools back in the day and the namesake of this building. Bessie Aguiar, the junior, back to serve for the first time, set number 3. And 1-2-3 into the net for the Sharks. Whalers now down by 1 here in the third set. And a bit too much English on that one. Solid serve that went just over the back line for the Whalers. And sandwich possession once again. And it looked like it was going to be Augie Ivanova on the service, but she's going to come out instead. And coming in instead is the freshman, Maddie Gray, number 16. And back at the service line is number 3, Rory Shortus. Sandwich ahead by 2. 4-2 here in set number 3. Whalers reply. Sharks battling to get it out of their own back court and do not succeed. Whalers regain possession, down by 1. Sharks coach, either Lindsay Hooper or Serena Mariziola, not sure which is which, but was having a little chat with the ref on that one. Whalers looking to tie this up and aren't going to do it when the serve falls well short of getting over the net. And Monomoy gets it right back. And Carly Manini takes a seat. Kinsey Lister, the sophomore, now back to serve. Keeps it just inbounds, and Whalers reply, puts it in the middle of coverage. Nice play at net there by number 13. And Whalers ball. Again, down by 1. Co-captain Mariana Silva back on the service line. Monomoy unable to respond. Tied at 5 here in set number 3. Again, you're watching live Whalers girls volleyball action here on NCTV and the NSC. I am NCTV station manager Charles Douglas, filling in for everybody because nobody else is on my crew except a last-minute recruit, Alice, on the camera from the JV squad. Monomoy unable to get it back over the net. Whalers were dangerously close to coming over the net themselves, though. Got to watch out for that. In the lead now, 6-5 in the third set. Sharks managed to not hit the rafters just by inches. And Sharks infraction at the center line. Whalers now up by 2. Again, this is the first of 4 Whalers games we got for you this week. Tomorrow we got live Whalers girls soccer action from NES Field by Surfside Road. Chris Morris will be on the call instead of me. Thank goodness for that. That'll be Whalers versus Falmouth on the girls' soccer pitch. Going live right around 3:15, 3:30 for that. Sharks unable to reply. Point to the Whalers, 8-5, set number 3. Largest lead of the set and the game for the Whalers versus the Sharks. We'll be seeing live Whalers volleyball action. It'll be senior recognition just in 2 days, this Wednesday versus Rising Tide. Ooh, ace on that one for the Whalers. Up by 4 now in set number 3. And, of course, we'll be hitting the road with the football squad this Friday. We'll be on the road playing Falmouth again, 2 games in a row. First volleyball and then football. Timeout. Monomoy Sharks have seen enough this time. We'll take a quick break again. Nantucket Whalers versus the Sharks. Here from John J. O'Neill.
He's got it! He's got it!
Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV over the past few years have done countless broadcasts that are both exciting and professional.
Shot, score! Jack Halleck!
I support NCTV's Nantucket Sports Connection because it's a great opportunity to reach island families, support students, and our local television station.
The Nantucket Booster Club is a vital link between our community and Whalers athletics.
Volunteering for the Booster Club, it's a blast. More than money, we need members. We need to build our community bigger and better to help our student athletes prepare for the next chapter in their life.
We're back live here on NCTV and the NSC. Whalers up 10-5 in set number 3. As your station manager blows his nose, loud as the boat horn. Just getting over the flu that's landed some of us in the sack last week. Want to thank Chris Morris and Frank Schott for covering for me, making sure that soccer game last Saturday went off without a hitch. That was our very first game, by the way, brought to you in Spanish as well as English. That's right, we're simulcasting sports in Espanol here on NCTV. Monomoy Sharks finally managed to break the streak, 6-10 now. Sharks looking to dig themselves out of a hole here in the third set. They did win the first set, however, so we're tied at 1 set apiece here in set number 3. The Sharks in their very first visit as a volleyball squad to Nantucket. As Jane Pillsbury on the service line. Whalers looking to reply, get it back over. Nice rally by both teams. Julie Pyers puts it in the backcourt of the Sharks. Nice tip over. Side out to the Whalers. Excellent work there by Victoria Boshkova, the co-captain. 11-6 now, Whalers. Quinn Cansey, number 1, coming in, and Bessie Aguiar, number 28, will be taking a seat. And the aforementioned Boshkova serving it in for the Whalers. 2 straight spikes, hits the rafters, and point to the Whalers. They're going to call that a double hit. I don't want to say that's unfair. I'm just going to call that house rules when you hit the rafters. That can go against either squad. But 12-6, Whalers up by 6 here in set number 3. Boshkova still on the serve. (13-6) now. Whalers on a tear. Again, we'll be back here Wednesday for the senior recognition night. DC Collins will be on the call this Wednesday. Be sure to tune in for that. Same time right here at NCTV HD Channel 1072. Point to the Whalers, 14-6. Same score as a certain football game yesterday you might have been tuning into. I know I was while I was laid up at home. And Sharks cannot quite get it up and over. 15-6 Whalers. On the call tomorrow will be Chris Morris bringing you girls soccer action versus Falmouth out at Surfside Soccer Field, again at NAS. That will be live right around 3:15, 3:30 here on Nantucket Sports Connection. Bad serve by the Whalers that time, however. And number 16, Maddie Gray, the freshman, on the service line for Monomoy. Nice dive by number 13, Pyers. Sharks getting it out of their backcourt. Let's see if they can manage to get up and over. They do. Nice setup by Pyers. Gets into the far back corner of the Sharks, and they cannot respond into the Whalers' parent stand there. Thankfully, no Whaler parents were injured in the process of that ball going out of bounds. Third set, 16-7 now, Whalers in command. Ooh, dangerous play there, but Whalers get away with it. Queen Cansey got to watch that center line. But Whalers now up by 10 here in set number 3. Well, Whiff of a serve by the Whalers. No bueno. Side out to Monomoy. Down by 9, 17-8 here in set number 3. Again, this is Charles Douglas, station manager for NCTV. Usually just hitting buttons, but on the call today, despite the fever and the cough and the sinus and everything else. But we'll manage everything we can do to bring you live Whalers action here on the NSC and NCTV. Whalers managed to reply. Sharks try to find the hole in the coverage. Ooh, do it that time. 2 straight points now, 17-9. Sharks trying to climb out of that hole. Again, on the call tomorrow will be Mr. Morris, Chris Morris on the call for live girls soccer versus Falmouth, followed by our final volleyball broadcast of the season against Rising Tide. That'll be Wednesday, live here at 3:30, 3:45-ish on NCTV and the NSC. Point to the Whalers, 18-9 here in set number 3. And then it'll be Chris Morris with Colby Lucas on the call this Friday on the road. Whalers versus the Clippers over there in Falmouth. Whalers football action going live at 3:30 p.m. this Friday. Live from Falmouth for the first time here on the Nantucket Sports Connection. Whalers get it up and over, finds the empty spot. Nice setup by Quinn Canty. That's Whalers up by 10 once again. 19-9, set 3. Oof. Hard dive there. Almost took it on the chin, but our Sharks player is okay. But lose that point. 20-9, set number 3. Whalers need 5 more to put this one away and force a 4th and final set, hopefully for them. Julie Pyers back to serve. Sharks hit it up and into the rafters. No good on that ricochet. 21-9 Whalers. Again, thanks to Alice Santos, the junior JV player for the Whalers volleyball team, filling in at the last second on camera. Very good of her. Whalers strike it right back in. Running away with this one, up by 13 in the third set, 22-9. Pyers, co-captain, back to serve. Yep, Whalers at the net on that one. You gotta watch those infractions. 22-10 now. Whalers fail to hold the Sharks to a single digits set there. So back to serve. The freshman, Ella Cutter, number 12. Quinn Canty about to run to the score table, trying to reply to that serve, and fails to do so. So 22-11. Monomoy down by 11 here in set number 3. A bit of a roll here for the Sharks. 22-12, down by 10. Whalers reply that time. Ooh. Good play by Rory Shortis, the junior, number 3 for the Sharks. Pins it pretty much right between the net and Quinn Cansey, and Quinn not quite able to get it back up and over. So 13-22 now. Sharks battling in the third set. Cansey got it over that time. Sharks got it way in their backcourt. They do manage to reply, but Cansey there to spike it right in the empty front quadrant. Almost looked like an angry rebound there, but we'll call that a misplaced ball by the Sharks. If someone was a little shaken up, we got Ty, the trainer guy, on the call here. (23-13) third set. You can look up Ty, the trainer guy, on Instagram if you want to chuckle. He posts some good athletic trainer memes if you're into that sort of thing. Don't worry, it's good, clean fun, at least for Instagram standards. Looks like number 1, Quinn Cansey, is going to take a seat, and number 28, Bessie Aguiar, coming in for the Whalers. And Bessie Aguiar back to serve. And Monomoy Sharks hit it straight backwards, not the way you want to go, setting up set point for the Whalers. We are tied 1-1. So Whalers win this one. They'll be up 2-1. 3 set is required to win here in high school volleyball. And they hit it right up and out of bounds. Too bad for the Sharks. Whalers go up 2-1 over the Monomoy Sharks here from John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. We'll be right back for set number 4. You're watching live girls volleyball action as your caller here, Charles Douglas, fights a fever to bring you live Whalers action. Set number 4 coming right up here on NCTV and the NSC.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs.
And we're back here live with the 4th set coming up at John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. Again, check out that QR code on your screen. We're in the final 48 hours of our snap raise to make our expansion of Nantucket Sports Connection coverage possible. We're expanding to girls soccer for the first time. We had 3 cameras live. We had a truck bed and a riser and cameras at either goal line. Frank Schott, my coworker, filling in while I was sick last weekend, did that all by himself, running himself ragged. That was a great production. And by the way, that production was in English and in Espanol for the first time. Live sports in Spanish on Nantucket. You better believe it, Nantucket. We're doing everything we can to improve our production quality, bring you more teams, more of these great student athletes, but we need your support. This equipment costs money, I hate to tell you. So I want to thank Donna Jean Morris, William Tornovich, Adrian Lombardi, Marianne Jenkinson, Janet Duarte. Hey, guys, I chipped in $100 personally because I believe in what we're doing here on the Nantucket Sports Connection. So click that QR code on your screen or go to our Instagram, @Sports Connection. The link is on our bio there. Any amount, $5, whatever you got. We need your support to make Nantucket Sports Connection happen, make this expansion happen so we can keep covering soccer. Hell, we'd love to pick up field hockey. They're doing great. They're going to be heading to the playoffs this year. So help us out, make our Nantucket Sports Connection coverage happen for more of these awesome student athletes here on Nantucket. All right, I'm off my soapbox. We're coming into the fourth set here live from NHS. Your Nantucket Whalers up 2-1. Can they pull this one out for their first home win of the season? You better believe it's possible here, Whaler Nation. Let's see if they can make it happen. Again, we got girls soccer coming up against Falmouth. That's tomorrow, live around 3:15-ish from Nantucket Elementary School soccer fields over there by Surfside. And then we'll be back here in the volleyball court for our final home broadcast of the season from the gym. We've got Rising Tide versus Nantucket for senior recognition. That'll be live 3:45 here on the NSC. And then Friday we're on the road, also against Falmouth. That'll be live at 3:30 for the very first time. Your Nantucket Sports Connection coming into you live from Falmouth High School as we take on the Clippers, looking to break a multi-year losing streak. Our Whalers football team, they're 3-0 this season, looking to make it 4-0. Whalers are up 1-0 until that service from number 13, Julie Pyers, hits the net. So now tied at 1, set number 4. Monomoy Sharks looking to turn this one around and force a fifth set. Number 10, Carly Manini, up to serve for the first time this afternoon. Ooh, and she found the hole in coverage right there near the inside line, closest to our shooting position. Again, want to thank Alice Santos, the junior for Nantucket. That's right, our own Nantucket JV volleyball player filling in at the last second on camera to make this broadcast happen. Side up back to Nantucket, 2-2 here in set number 4. As a matter of fact, folks, how many live broadcasts has this been, right? We've had 3 football games. This is our 3rd volleyball game, right, by my count. And we've had 3 soccer games, so 3 plus 3 plus 3. This is our 9th broadcast. Guess what? I haven't had to touch a camera once. Neither is Frank. Neither is Chris. Sean, he's been out getting married all season. So it's been all students and volunteers on camera for the NSC this season. And I want to thank all of those students. We have some brand new students joining us on the camera, doing awesome stuff out there. On camera on Saturday, we had Santiago Oviedo, we had Pavlin, we had Julie Pyers, and of course Adriana Graham and Weston Scott helping us out with football, and Colby Lucas on the call for a couple of those football games as well. Great student crew. We've got a student commentary class actually coming up, our own Chris Morris teaching that on Thursday, October 9th, 3 p.m. at NCTV. Free pizza if you show up and take the class. Check out our website, nantucketcommunitytelevision.org, to learn all about that. 3-3 here in the 4th set. Whalers reply. Ooh. Great play there at the net by Kinsey Lister, the sophomore for the Monomoy Sharks. Gets it over the net just in the inside near corner, and Whalers unable to respond. So Monomoy back in the lead, 4-3 here in set number 4. Number 16, Maddie Gray, the freshman, back on the service line. Finds a great position in the back of the Whalers court. Whalers hit it in exactly the wrong direction. Sharks now up by 2 in set number 4. Again, this is NCTV station manager Charles Douglas on the call today. Just back from getting laid up by the flu going around. Want to thank Frank Schott, Chris Morris for covering me while I was out sick last Saturday. Brought you that awesome come-from-behind victory over St. Mary's by our girls soccer team out at Nobier Farm Field. 3-camera girls soccer coverage. It was an incredible thing to see. And the Spanish translation out that same evening. Great stuff happening here on Nantucket Sports Connection. Whalers get the ball back. Down by 1 here in the 4th set. Number 7, Emma Coelho back to serve, the sophomore. And Sharks unable to reply. Whalers tied up at 5 here in set number 4. Another serve by Emma Coelho. Not such a great serve that time. Monomoy back up, 6-5 here in set 4. That's Amalia De Castro. Amalia De Castro, number 8, with the serve in that one, but Whalers managed to find the hole in coverage. And side out right back to Nantucket. Tied at 6, set number 4. Whalers up by 1 set, looking to put this one away. Co-captain Mariana Silva manages to ace that one. Whalers now back in the lead in set number 4. Eight-6 Nantucket now. Sharks coming in here on a 2-game winning streak over Sturgis and Rising Tide, who again Nantucket will be facing for the Senior Day game this coming Wednesday. Sharks find the hole in coverage that time, I think. Everyone's looking confused, but nope, point finally scores. So 1-point game, 7-8. Sharks now with the serve in set number 4. And that's Kinsey Lister, the sophomore, back to serve. Just sails over the net. And Whalers hit that one into the net. Number 13, Julie Pyers, could not quite manage, so tied at 8 now and serve again for Kinsey Lister here in set number 4. Whalers managed to find just inside the net spot that the Sharks were playing ping pong on that time on their side. So side out Nantucket, 9-8, set 4. Co-captain Victoria Boschkova, the junior, back to serve. Another nice, careful played net by Queen Canty. Nice tip into the empty front of the coverage there for the Monomoy Sharks without touching the net. Very important. Whalers now up by 2 until serving it into the net. No bueno. Side out Sharks. Down by 1, set number 4. Sharks looking to preserve that 2-game winning streak they've got going. They defeated Rising Tide and Sturgis East in the last few days. Sharks hit it in the empty back quadrant on the far side and tie it at 10 here in set number 4. Sharks trying to force a 5th set. Nice dive, Nantucket tip over. Volley by Julie Pyers finds the empty quadrant. Sharks cannot reply, and Whalers regain possession. 11-10, now in the 4th set. Whalers 14 points away from their first home victory of the season. Penelope Hamill, the junior, now back to serve. Nice sinker just over the net. Sharks reply. Whalers dive and cannot recover. Tied at 11 now. Hamill takes a seat. Myra Aguiar on court now for the Whalers. Sharks serve, Whalers reply. Incredible play there by the Sharks over the back of the head to save the play. Another careful play by Canty. Ooh. And Sharks find again that empty quadrant there in the back near corner. Monomoy up by 1, 12-11 here in set number 4. Ella Cutter, the freshman, again back at the service line for the Sharks. Ooh, powerful hit by Canty. And the Sharks find the empty middle there in the court, up by 2. Whalers had an early lead here in the 4th set, but the Sharks roaring right back. .13 trying for the spike and hitting the net instead. Pirates needed a lot more air on that ball. Largest lead of the set now for the Sharks. 14-11 here in set number 4. Oh! That volley by the Sharks pretty much landed in the JV section of the Whalers here. Thankfully, no metal water containers were harmed by that volley. And side out Whalers down by 2 here in set number 4. Julie Pyers on the service line. Solid serve right in the middle of the Sharks. They respond. Let's see the Whalers set this one up. Oh. Almost hits the rafters. And nice play by the combo there, Cansey and Pyers. Whalers cut the deficit to 1. 13-14 here at set 4. Whalers up 2-1. Looking for this first home win and cut the 2-game winning streak by the Sharks. Whalers and Sharks, natural oceanic opponents here at John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. Cansey twice in a row, driving it. I think she's going to be our player of the game here, if the Whalers can pull this one out. That's an if. (14-all), set 4. Julie Pyers back to serve. Let's go Pyers, they're saying in the stands. Cansey gets it over. And for a second time. Oh, not for the third time, though. Whiffed that setup from number 7, Emily Coelho. And Sharks up by 1 again. 15-14, set 4. Carly Manini back to serve. One of our graduating seniors for the Sharks. Congratulating, of course, the 6 graduating seniors for the Sharks on their squad. Monomoy manages to avoid the rafters. However, they do not avoid the net. Tied again, 15-all, set 4. Quinn Cansey takes a seat. Bessie Aguiar, number 28, coming in for the Whalers. I keep giving their numbers because we have 2 Aguiars for the Whalers, both juniors. Both with the same position. Can we make it any more confusing? Oh, you're fine. You're fine. So number 28 back to serve with the ace. Whalers take the lead. Set number 4. Again, we're right back here with you on Wednesday for the final volleyball game of our broadcast season versus Rising Tide. We're live at 3:45 for senior recognition this Wednesday. DC Collins, and thankfully not me, will be on the call for that match. And Chris Morris has the call tomorrow, live at 3:15 for girls soccer versus Falmouth. Our girls soccer team is on the warpath, looking to make the playoffs this season. Ho! It looked like Sandwich had him dead to rights, but hits it just over the back line. Whalers now up by 2, 17-15, set 4. And Chris Morris along, hopefully with Colby Lucas, if he can make the boat ride. We got Whalers football going on the road over the waves to Falmouth, live 3:30 p.m. this Friday, as our Nantucket Whalers football team looks to go 4-0 for the first time since 2017. Oh, by the way, timeout Monomoy, timeout Sharks, down by 3, looking to stay alive here in set 4. We're going to take a break right here. Your Nantucket Whalers ahead just need 7 more points to win here at John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. We'll be right back.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Welcome back to live action. Whalers Girls Volleyball here on NCTV and the NSC. Again, welcome aboard Heather and Wicked Island Bakery, our newest underwriter here at the Nantucket Sports Connection. Big supporter of ladies Whalers athletics here on the island. As are we. 19-15, by the way. Whalers 6 points away from their first home victory of the season. This is our third live Whalers volleyball broadcast of the season. We've already brought you 3 Whalers soccer broadcasts this season. So, yeah, by my count, we brought you twice as many girls games as boys games so far in this young fall 2025 season here on the NSC. Sandwich manages the side out there. They're down by 3, 16-19. Looking to force a 5th and final set. But they got some work to do. Maddie Gray, the freshman, back to serve for the Sharks. Again, this is Charles Douglas, station manager for NCTV, fighting off a flu, bringing you live coverage. Sharks bobble that one. Whalers now 5 points away from a victory. Thanks again to Alice Santos, the junior JV volleyball player recruited at the last possible second. Thank you, Michaela Lyons, for the last-minute substitution from our crew, because all of our folks were tied up with, weddings and work and driver's ed classes and the like. I'm not sure if that was 4 hits by Monomoy or not, but Whalers managed to reply nonetheless. I want to say toe came across the center line by the Whalers there. So another 3-point match in the 4th set, 17-20, Sharks versus the Whalers. Whalers up 2-1. Amalia DeCastro back to serve. One of the graduating seniors for the Sharks. Again, congratulations to all 6 of them. We've got one of our own who will be celebrating this Wednesday. Another beautiful tip over by the Whalers by Victoria Bochkova. 21-17 now. Whalers up by 4. They need 4 to win here in set number 4. Coming to you live from John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. Bessie Aguiar back to serve. Sharks struggling out of their back court, but managed to reply. See what the Whalers can do here. Nice fading tip over for Victoria Bochkova. Sharks unable to reply. It's 22 Nantucket, 17 Monomoy. Whalers 3 points away from a set and match here on Monday afternoon. Final volleyball game of September here in Nantucket. Sharks get 1 hit, 2, and whiff the 3rd. 2 points away for the Whalers. They can feel it. Again, thanks to Frank Schott for running master control today. Alice Santos for running camera. Michaela Lyons for assigning us Alice Santos on camera. I am Charles Douglas. For all of us here at NCTV, happy to be bringing you Whalers volleyball, rain or shine, especially since we're indoors. Sharks and Whalers rally. Back to the Sharks backcourt. Solid by number 12. Oh! Nice tip over. Nice tip over by Ella Cutter there. Sharks keep it alive, 18-23 here in set 4. Are we looking at a substitution here? Set point and match point for the Whalers, 24-18 here in set 4. Whalers on the doorstep with their first home win of the season. Ace! Ace by Victoria Boshkova, and that's the match for the Whalers, 25-18 in set number 4. Congratulations, Whalers, their first home victory of the season. Whalers now rise to, that's 1-6 to 2-6. That's 2-6 on the Whalers for the season. Monomoy, they have their 2-game win streak broken. They fall to 2-5 on the season. But congratulations to them. Congratulations to all our Whalers players. One heck of a match. I am Charles Douglas. For all of us here at NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection, thank you for tuning in. Whalers win 3-1 here from John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. Good night, NCTV and Whaler Nation.